Hello students, in our previous video we have discussed about the classification of matter based on physical state as well as bulk classification of matter or macroscopic level of classification. Okay, now today we are going to discuss about the properties of matter or substances. Okay, every substance present around you, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಸುತ್ತಮುತ್ತ ಇರುವಂತ ಎಲ್ಲಾ substancesಗಳು they show some unique characteristic properties. Okay, those properties can be observed or measured. Okay, here in chemistry or as well as in physics, okay, we observe two types of properties of matter or substances. Okay, there are two types of properties. So those two type of properties are physical properties and chemical properties. So what are physical properties? The properties which can be measured or observed directly without changing the identity of substance. Okay, so I have given some examples, you can understand. So color, odor, mass, so these are the properties which can be directly measured or observed. See, color is a physical property which can be directly observed. Just by looking into the substance you can say the color of that substance or matter. Understood? Odor, this is also a physical property, it's a property of a matter, is it correct? Okay, different kinds of what substances have different types of odor, they have different colors, you can see around you, you can see of substances or objects with different colors. So color is a property which can be directly observed. Understood? Odor is also a physical property which can be directly observed. Even the mass, this can be directly measured. Okay, if you are weighing balance, you can easily measure the mass of any substance. If you direct agi measure madlikke agtade, weighing balance itkondre you can measure the weight or mass of any substance. So illi no need to change the identity or composition. Okay, identity annu change maduvanta necessity illa. Identity means, so it's what, it's observable property. See, you can see the color of this what marker directly, you can see, no need to change its composition or no need to change its identity. Okay, by keeping this marker as it is without changing its shape or any other thing, ಇದನ್ನು ಏನು ಚೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡದೆ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ನಿಮಗೆ ಇದರ ಕಲರ್ ಹೇಳಲಿಕ್ಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. So you can directly see the color or you can say the color. Is it correct? So without changing the identity. Even odor, the smell of the substance, if you just inhale the substance you can say the smell. Okay, no need to change the identity of that substance. Even the mass, directly you have to put the object in a weighing balance, so you will get the mass of that object. Length, okay, using a meter scale you can directly measure the length. For example, if you want to measure the length of this, okay, you can use meter scale, you can measure it. Volume, using what, measuring cylinders or measuring jar, just by what, putting liquid into that jar you can measure the volume. Melting point, using thermometer you can measure. Boiling point also by heating and by what, using thermometer you can measure the boiling point of substance. Here also we are not changing the identity or composition of the substance. You can boil it but there is no change in its composition. Such type of properties are physical properties. ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್ ಮಾಡುವಂಥದ್ದು ಅಥವಾ ಮೆಜರ್ ಮಾಡುವಂಥ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಟೀಸ್ಗಳು ಯಾವುದೇ ಇರ್ಬೋದು ಅದೆಲ್ಲವೂ ಕೂಡ ಫಿಸಿಕಲ್ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಟೀಸ್. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್, chemical properties. What are chemical properties? Okay, in our chemistry we discuss about these things, okay, about chemical properties and all. What are chemical properties? Properties which can be measured only by changing the identity of substance or matter. So in order to measure the chemical properties we need to change the identity. Okay, we have to change the composition of that substance. You cannot directly observe the chemical properties. I will give one example. Acidity. How do you measure the acidity of a substance? Just by looking into the substance can you say whether it is acidic or basic? Okay, in a glass you are provided with some liquid. Can you say it is acidic or it is basic? No. You have to perform certain experiments or you need to change the identity of this liquid, given liquid. So you can use neutralization reactions or you can use litmus test, so in order to identify the acidity of substance. Even basicity also, these are the properties which cannot be directly measured. In order to measure this we can carry the neutralization reaction. I'll give this example. HCl is an acid. So acids react only with bases. See, base neutralizes acid and you will get NaCl plus H2O. If there is no reaction with sodium hydroxide, then this is not an acid. Okay, the acid anta karsಕೊಳ್ಳೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಈಗ ಏನಾಗಿದೆ ನೋಡಿ, this is an acid, this is a base. They have their own identities before the reaction. Reaction ಆಗೋದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಮುಂಚೆ ಇದರ ಐಡೆಂಟಿಟಿಗಳೇ ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಇರ್ತದೆ. So HCl ಇದೆ, NaOH ಇದೆ. After the neutralization, usually neutralization is carried to identify acids and bases. See, you will get NaCl and H2O. See the characteristics and composition. They are completely different. Understood? So this is the example. The last one, combustibility. So in order to identify the combustibility of a substance, what we can do? ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು? ಕಂಬಸ್ಟಿಬಿಲಿಟಿ ಅಂದರೆ ಏನು? ಅದರ ಬರ್ನಿಂಗ್ ಕಂಬಸ್ಟಿಬಿಲಿಟಿ, ಅದರ ಬರ್ನಿಂಗ್ ಟೆಂಡೆನ್ಸಿ ಎಷ್ಟಿರ್ತದೆ ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನು ಹೇಗೆ ನೋಡ್ತೀರಿ? ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಬೈ ಲುಕಿಂಗ್ ಇನ್ ಟು ದಿ ಲಿಕ್ವಿಡ್ ಆರ್ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್, ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಯು ಸೇ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಂಬಸ್ಟಿಬಲ್ ಆರ್ ನಾಟ್? ನೋ. ವಾಟ್ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಡೂ? ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಬರ್ನ್ ಇಟ್. So example, petrol. Petrol is combustible but not water. Okay, alcohol is combustible. The color of water and alcohol is similar. Okay, just by looking into these two you cannot say this is combustible, this is not combustible. No, you have to what? Burn these substances in the presence of air or oxygen. So then you can identify. Petrol is a combustible substance, alcohol is also a combustible substance but not water. It does not catch fire, but alcohol catches fire, petrol also easily catches fire because these are the combustible substances. Combustibility is also a chemical property. Understood? So this is very important, both the definitions with the examples. What are chemical properties? What are physical properties? Give an example. They ask questions like this for 2 marks. Understood? Yes. Next, we are going to discuss about the measurement of these properties. Okay, we start this discussion with the measurement of physical properties. Okay, this is very much required in our chemical measurements also. So here, how do we measure the physical properties? In order to measure the physical properties, we use different types or systems of measurements. In that English system we can use metric system. There are different types of measurements. Okay, but these types of measurements lead to many confusions. Okay, all over the world in different countries they are using different types of measurement systems. Okay, and always that leaded to the confusions. But nowadays we are using a standard system, that is International System of Units, which is known as SI system of units. Okay, this is very important for 1 mark. So there are 7 base units in SI system. Okay, International system has introduced 7 base units. The rest of the units, there are many units, not only 7, more than 7 units are present. In that 7 units are fundamental and rest of the units are derived units. Okay, now here we discussed only about the fundamental or base units. These are known as fundamental units. Fundamental units. There are 7 fundamental units. Rest of the units are derived from all these 7 fundamental units. That first basic physical quantity is length. So its symbol is L. If possible, try to remember this, but this is very important. What is the SI unit of length? So that is meter and its symbol is small letter m. This is also very important. You try to remember these things. The SI unit of length is meter. Okay, don't represent it in terms of centimeter and all. Sometimes they may give you the length in terms of centimeter, but you need to convert it into meter. Regarding conversions, we will discuss in our next video. Next, mass. Okay, its symbol is small letter m. So if possible you try to remember, otherwise don't confuse with these things. If possible you try to remember the symbols, otherwise no need, you try to remember these 2 things. Mass, its SI unit is kilogram and its symbol is kg, kilogram. Okay, next, time. Okay, its symbol for basic quantity is T, its SI unit is second. Okay, time is always represented in terms of second. Sometimes they may give it in terms of minutes or hours. So here we need to convert minutes into seconds and hours into seconds, and you should know that conversion also, how to convert minutes to seconds and hours to minutes, minutes to seconds, because for time SI unit is second and its symbol for SI unit, what is that? Small letter S. Don't write capital letter S here, it's small letter S. Next, electric current. Okay, symbol for base quantity is I, its SI unit is ampere and its symbol is A. Okay, like this 1 ampere, 5 ampere, 0.1 ampere, like this you represent the electric current. Next one, thermodynamic temperature. Okay, thermodynamic temperature represents the temperature in Kelvin scale. Remember, it's not in degree Celsius scale. Usually in thermometers we measure temperature in terms of degree Celsius or in terms of Fahrenheit scale, but that is not the SI unit. Degree Celsius is not the SI unit. SI unit is, if it is mentioned thermodynamic, then it's always Kelvin. The SI unit of temperature is Kelvin and its symbol for SI unit is capital letter K, not small letter. Next, amount of substance. So usually we use this in our chemistry. Okay, its symbol is N. You try to remember this. N. SI unit is mole and the symbol is mole, M-O-L. Next one, luminous intensity. Okay, this is SI unit of light. The brightness of light is measured in terms of this. So its SI unit is candela and the symbol for that SI unit is CD. Both are small letters, CD. Okay, this is about the 7 basic units or fundamental units. You will get questions from this part for 1 mark or 2 marks. They will give you these basic fundamental units and they'll ask to write the SI unit for these. For example, what is the SI unit of length? What is the SI unit of time? Or what is the SI unit of electric current? So you remember these things. Okay, this is important for 1 mark. Thank you.